James Lombardo. Mr. President, Mr. Patterson, Sub-President, which one is it? Nobody really got into the fact that when you look up there, that is a crisis situation. Nobody got into the fact that if we have a crisis here, that we need a new building. Why do we have to go borrow money to get the new building? Isn't there such a thing as our government could stand behind this? And my cousin Chris Christie, he's a nice guy. Why can't we invite him over? I mean, I know you're a Democrat, he's a Republican, but that don't mean nothing. He stood with Obama side by side. He rubbed shoulders with him. And they got the FEMA plan going. You see how nice it's working? I mean, seriously, I'm serious about this. Nobody ever called Chris Christie to this town to have a nice get-together. Mr. Patterson, you know you could talk to him. You know
Maybe
that.
I have.
Well, basically, I'd like to see that we get something going because the Port Authority has tons of money. Everybody has money to spread around, and this is all the part of the powers of South Jersey. And boy, it's powerful. We know that. And here we are begging the people to surrender monies for the future of our fire department. Our fire department has a future, and it should not have a building like this. It reminds me of my own place. It sucks. I don't like to see that roof falling on my head. This place has to be put together, yes. And I love everybody who serves because I live in God's honor, as I told you. Anybody that serves the public and serves each other and picks people off the street and suffers every time there's a fire, that's a beautiful thing. I've always been a legal lawman all my life. I've covered that White Horse Pike since I was young. Always serving people if they had an accident, and I love it. That's my adrenaline pump to help people. But the thing is, we're missing one thing. This town goes for more bonding, and all that is just like we went, Obama went and did other countries, and here we are, trillions of dollars in debt, and of course, we know what it's all about. The trillions in debt isn't going to help our town. Our town never got help that I ever seen that was abundant to save a situation. And if this is a crisis, and the crisis down Sandy was a crisis, why can't we get Governor Christie to come here and show his face and show the powers he could bring here? He did it down Chislehurst. He helped their spirit. And there's no people in Chislehurst. He visited them twice. But truthfully, I don't like to see prejudice against no human. And of course, you're proud to be a Democrat, but it doesn't matter. I'm proud to be me, one man under God. I like my spirit, and I like what I am. And I have no fear. Let's get Chris Christie to take a look at this town and see how he could put it together. I mean, he has to be able to allot money. And he knows Obama well. Between them, we could get something. They're shipping money to foreign countries every day. They're shipping our merchandise to foreign countries every day. And why are we in this township all torn apart? And King George Norcross, he's a hell of a man, as we know. He's got power of all power. He's the man that heads this territory. And he is kind of like our boss. He told us all, don't mess with me. I'll tell you what to do. Well, you go tell him what you want to. Go see George. He's a hell of a man, too, and he's powerful. He's got all the money. There's no reason that the town should suffer with taking more from the people here. I know everybody's in trouble that I see. Of course, some people are sitting in mansions. That's okay. Let them sit in their mansions, but leave us alive until we die without suffering. And we could suffer for this township more by putting a big, huge building up. But it would be nice if that was a whole thing for Lower Camden County. Everybody pays all the county services. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But the money's got to come from resourcing of more than 10,000 people. The 10,000 people of this town have no idea where they're going. They get up every morning and run to work to catch a few dollars and run home and find their kids out all over the street. We got to stop everybody from running up and down the street. We got to take the fear out of people. We got to make this town whole with the people who are here. This is your township, President. Serve it well. But please, do you want to reach out to Chris Christie? You want me to talk to him? Mr. Patterson could connect anything he wants. And I wish he
You
would.
want to give him a call tomorrow? Okay.
Would you do that?
Dave will give him a call.
Mr. Lombardo, just so you know,
Lombardo recommended it.
just so you know, I have met, and members of the committee have met with representatives of the governor's office, Michelle Brown to be exact, from the Economic Development Authority.
Yeah.
And if this township moves forward, they have offered to provide what assistance is available and they can help with. So those meetings have already taken place in the initial stages.
Yeah,
So
but it's gotta
we
go
have
much
reached out.
further, much faster if you're looking to stop this roof from falling in on you. You know?
Stop the what?
This roof
Oh.
from dropping on your
Yeah.
head. You're sitting right under it.
We should invite him here.
Well, I advise you to invite him here and look this town over. There's a lot, he could fly in a day, and I got the spot where he could land. I already marked the spot for the helicopter to land. All you have to say is, we want him. Everybody in here sign a piece of paper, and I'll deliver it to him personally. I am honorable, and I could reach him, but I know you can too, sir.
Dave's gonna
Just
take
think
care of
about
tomorrow.
this. I mean, you could take all the pressure off this township by the right letter to the right place. Chris Christie visits his friend to get big monies transferred, and he can bring big monies to this town too. And so could George Norcross. He's a hell of a strong man, and he's doing a lot. And you know, we know who the people are that's making the monies move. Please, step to them and make the people feel comfortable that we could have support.
Okay, we're at 10 minutes now, Mr. Lombardo. We have to wrap it up.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you.
I'll keep you back there this time, I swear.
William Roloff, 427 West Atlantic Avenue. I just want to get one thing straight before I leave here. The way I understand it now, this don't have to go on the ballot. Am I right on that?
That's correct.
In other words, you guys can make the decision without anybody in the town voting on it.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Good evening. Francis Campbell, 703 Forest Drive. I live in the Loudon section of Waterford Township. I'd like to make a statement if I could. I'd like to go on the record as stating, Chief, I'm not opposed to a new fire hall. How can I expect the volunteers to possibly risk life and limb saving my family or myself, and at the same time deprive them of the tools and conditions they need to do a job they do so well? Anyone can see looking around this building is nearly falling down around us. The conditions that our fire company works under is poor and substandard at best. To that extent, I support Chief Salone and the Waterford Township Fire Company 100% in seeking a new public safety building. That being said, I realize that you say Loudon is in the wrong place. Personally, if $5.4 million is what it's going to take to build a building that saves lives, I really can't argue with that either. Problem is my largest problem, no offense, I don't trust any of you. There are at certain times in private conversations that I've had, I trust you. You have been fair and honest. Other times, even with me, you've outright lied to me. I don't ever know who I can trust and who I can't trust, who's telling the truth, who's fighting one another, and I'm not sticking my hand in my pockets as deep as I possibly can for $5.4 million for you to mess things up. Not you. What you do and what all volunteers do everywhere, no matter where it is, whether it's our military, our police, our EMS, our fire, they do wonderful jobs everywhere as they go. And everyone here in this community, you do a wonderful job, and I want to thank you for that. Volunteerism is lacking, and we need more volunteerism. We need a community to gather. We need a community to stand together and tell our elected officials, do what we want or you'll go away, not us. Thank you.